As many of you guys know, I have conquered the expert maps in BTD6, with all 13 of the maps being black bordered. So with the hardest maps in BTD6 being completed, what's next on the to-do list? Well, the answer to that is custom maps, and in specific, the expert list. And this is a collection of some of the hardest custom maps ever created, with 5 separate rankings for these maps from casual all the way to extreme. And today we're going to start off with a casual expert map, which is on the same difficulty level as Workshop or Muddy Puddles. Now, the really cool part about this website, besides the collection and ranking of these maps, is the fact that there's a leaderboard for this as well. And you guys know I love competition. So how does this leaderboard work, you might be wondering? Well, it's a ranking based on points that are collected after completing different maps. And here's how the amount of points is determined per run you complete. It's first based on the difficulty of the map. As you can see, a casual expert only gives you 1 point, while an extreme expert gives you 5 points. But then on top of that, there's ways you can get additional points. The first way is not using the optimal hero for that map. And the way you know which heroes are optimal is if you click on any map, it'll show you a group of 3 of the best heroes. So if I were to play on this map, for example, if I completed it without Geraldo, Corvus, or Sada, I would get 1 extra point. Then besides that, if you end up black bordering the map, the normal amount of points you'd get from completing that map are multiplied by 3. And lastly, if you set the least cast chimps record on the map, you get plus 3 points as well. So it's a pretty cool system in my opinion. But without further ado, let's hop into my first expert list map and get some points. And the casual expert map we are going to be doing today is Highland Highway from Deanna J. And here we go, guys. I'm pretty excited to try out these custom maps because I've never done it before, and they have been highly requested on the channel. Now, I do have zero clue how to start on this map. I'm going to try 3 dart monkeys, see how this ends up playing out. Now, as I talked about in the intro, there is ways you can get additional points by beating these maps. One of them is by not using the optimal hero, which I think the optimal hero on this map was Silas, Geraldo, and Corvus. So I'm gonna try not using one of those 3 heroes. And then another way you can get more points is by black bordering the map. So I'm thinking that could be pretty fun to aim for in today's video, since this is not one of the highest level expert difficulty custom maps. It's kind of on par with Muddy Puddles and Workshop. Either way, it looks like my 3 dart monkeys that I just made up on the spot do defend round 6 and 7. I doubt I can save straight for Azili though. I'm trying to think of what I want to get next. Azili is the hero I ended up deciding on, by the way. Maybe we add a sniper? Where would I even place it? Like right here is probably not a bad spot. Let's try adding a sniper. And hopefully with a setup like this, we can save for our hero. And also, I didn't really talk about how the track layout worked either, so we probably should get into that. It looks like the balloons come from one of the paths of the road, and then this dirt path. The dirt path stays the same every single round, but the road path switches every other round, I think. So you'll see here on round 10, it's coming down this way. And speaking of round 10, by the way, I think I'm gonna be dead here because there's a big group of blues at the very end of the round. There's no way my current setup's gonna handle that. I could try adding a mermonkey last second, but the mermonkey targeting is, the mermonkey's prioritizing the mud path. Well, actually, that's still defense. Since this is gonna be a black border run, I'm most likely gonna have to restart multiple times and try to find the optimal flow charting of my defense. But I'm happy we've made it through 11 rounds so far, and maybe on round 12, we can get Azili down. I think we're gonna place Azili in this location. That's a good spot. I got her down right before the round ended as well, so we got the leveling, which is really big. I've also got zero idea of how the Moabs work on this map. My guess would be the Moabs are just split between the 2 paths that are active on any given round, but that might not exactly be the case because some maps obviously have a dedicated Moab path, which would change things up quite a bit. Either way, for our next tower here, I kind of want to add a wizard. My plan with the setup is to get a Prince of Darkness. Prince of Darkness Azili combination is one of the best in the game, and I think Prince of Darkness could just deal with the multiple lanes this map has to offer pretty nicely. Now, I doubt I can go straight for the Prince of Darkness. One of the upgrades I'll try to use at the start to help bridge the early game is a top path. Wait, am I dead? Hit that red balloon. I don't think that sniper can see it. Round 15 takes me down. I'm just gonna redo this round. I doubt I can beat it on the second try. But as I was saying, one of the early upgrades I want to try out is going to be the Arcane Mastery, because that's great in these early games. We will need to find a way to beat round 15 though. Let's start back from the top. Okay, and this time around I'm playing the early game differently. I'm just gonna go for the Arcane Mastery first, and then get Azili after that. I think the start will be more optimal just because once I get Arcane Mastery up, I should be chilling for a while, I'd like to believe. Now round 15, if I remember correctly, was the round I died to last time. So we're gonna have to be careful next round. Let's get Monkey Sense. Extra range. It's the pink balloons that get you. Come on. Uh-oh, red balloon? I'm dead. I'm dead. Wait, did we get everything through a tunnel? I think we did. I thought there was a balloon that entered here and was not able to get popped from my sniper, but it looks like the sniper was able to pick it up. Okay, that's good. All right, we've made it to round 19, and I'm dead. Well, guess we're retrying this again. I probably can't just go straight for the Arcane Mastery. I need another upgrade before I can make that $1,500 save up. Okay, I've pretty quickly made it back to round 19. This time around, we got a Trip Dart as well as the Arcane Blast. Hopefully this allows me to save for the Arcane Mastery. Do I beat this round though? That's the question. It's looking like I do. Trip Dart's also one of the best starting options in the entire game from my experience, so having this guy around is very nice. All right, round 21. Ooh, that's very close to dying. We're good though. These rounds are a little bit scary, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if having everything on first is necessarily ideal, but it's what I have. Okay, Arcane Mastery, please. I need this speed. My mom is kind of homeless, please. Oh my gosh, what a snipe. We got it. Let's go. Oh, that was very close to dying. That feels good though. Round 24 Camo Balloon, we should be fine. We have Camo Detection on this. And I definitely want to get Camo Detection on our Arcane Mastery as well. But before I do that, I think we can finally get Azili down once again. Now, as for her placement, probably just right around here is a fine location. The next round I have to worry about is round 28. Azili is the only thing I currently have placed that can pop lead balloons. And I don't think with this positioning and this low of a level Azili, we can really rely on her to deal with every single lead. So how about we just pre-buy Full Metal Jacket on you? Let's see how we look. Yeah, we're good. And now where do I want to take my defense to next? I could go for the village. That's really what I'm thinking about. You guys know I love my discount villages. It's so greedy though. Now round 32 does have some purple balloons, so I'm going to use Azili's Heartstopper ability when they come out. Here we go. Use it. Now we're chilling. And I do think at this point we can get that village down. I'm going to have it right around here. And then let's get range and discounts. And now that this guy's discounted, we can finally get... Oh, wait. No way. Did that cost me? I think I still defend these camo balloons. I was gonna say, we can finally get the camo detection on this guy, but I think we'll be fine against the camos this round because I've got the Trip Dart with camo. And I'm trying to think if I want to save for that Necromancer next. By the way, the Necromancer positioning probably will be right around here, but the main reason why I'm hesitant of buying the Necromancer is because I don't know where the Moab comes from. And Necromancer is not very strong at Moab class damage either. So I feel like I'll need something for around 40, which will be dangerous. Okay, I've done a bit of thinking, and I'm gonna actually go for upgrades on this Dart Monkey, because we can build this guy into a Sharpshooter, which will help me out for the Moab, and on top of that, the Sharpshooter is just gonna give me a little bit of support for these early balloon rounds, and it's pretty cheap too, because we got this guy discounted. Plus, the Sharpshooter has decent range, so no matter which path the Moab comes from, I think we should be fine. We do have level 6 Azili too, which gives us extra Moab class damage, so that's huge. And here we go, guys, we've made it to round 40. I think I will add a glue gunner as just a final option. Maybe we can slow down some ceramics with this guy. We'll just have it low tier. Let's see. The Moab does come from that path. Do I have enough damage? Ooh, the glue is not going to glue the insides though. We need to get another glue. Play it safe. I'm still dead. No, why am I so bad at this game? Let's restart. Okay, I actually changed my mind. Since I know where the Moab's coming from this time, I can prepare my Azili placement in a better spot to deal with the Moab. And due to that fact, I think we'll just go straight for a Necromancer. We'll skip out on the village early. The main round I'm worried about is 36, but it looked like I dealt with that first wave fine. How about the second wave? Yeah, dude. I can't glaze the Arcane Mastery enough. This guy is just so good in these early rounds. Especially with the fact the projectile can seek through obstacles and everything. It ignores them, so on a map like this, it's kind of nice. Either way. Necromancer has been purchased, and in addition to this Necromancer, I think I still will get that Mauler that I was talking about. Let's target... Does that target the Wall of Fire or the Undead? I don't know. It targets the Ghost Balloons. Oh, so you can target the Ghost Balloons with the middle crosspath. I thought that was only bottom crosspath. Alright. This defend? It does not defend! What the heck? Why can I not beat the Moab? Part of the reason is because I have such a low graveyard this round. I'm at only 100 graveyard.
One eternity later.
Okay, take 3 on round 40. This time I know I'm going to have enough Moab class damage because we skipped on the Necromancer and going for a full auto rifle. Let's see if this pops it. It should be able to reach the Moab from the start. Actually, wait, it can't attack it for a little bit. Oh, am I dead again? No, we defended. I didn't realize you can't pop the Moabs underneath the overpass. Well, at least we passed round 40. I still don't think a full auto rifle is necessarily a bad decision to pair with the Necromancer, which is going to be our next purchase. But I am going to wait on it slightly, just because I think we can go for a discount village first and discount the Necromancer. And as for the village location, let's get like out of the way a bit. And we'll have the wizard in the same spot as before. All right, here we go. Round 45, a little bit scary with the camo balloons, I'm not going to lie. But I think we're chilling. Necromancer has been purchased. Okay. And I'll get the middle cross path once again here. And honestly, this might sound a little bit crazy, but I'm going to see if we can save straight for the Prince of Darkness. Because I have mathed it out, and I technically can't afford this before round 63, which is obviously one of the most threatening rounds. We'll just need a good carry job from our sniper and a Zealy combination. Let's see how we look against this Moab, for example. Okay, we're chilling. And there's going to be a second Moab in round 50 as well. I'm curious if all the Moabs come from the road path. Okay, no. One comes from this path, which the Moabs coming from the outskirt path are going to be much easier to defend. Okay, wait. That's kind of a bad Moab location. This is the first round where we have Moabs coming from this road path, so you got to be careful about that. Looks like we're still defending with the Necromancer, though. I'm hoping I have a Zealy level 10 by round 60, because I am pretty dang worried about the BFB. Wait. Okay, that got a little bit close. There was a Moab from the road path at the very start of the round, when I just had no Necromancer pile. Am I dead? Oh my gosh, the snipes! This wizard literally saved my life by sniping a balloon all the way up there. That was ridiculous. I've got a pretty big feeling, though, we're not going to be able to save straight for the Prince of Darkness. Also, there's zero chance I'm going to have a Zealy level 10 by round 60. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to need to buy more defense next round. There's no way I'm going to defend that BFB with our current setup. Or do I just take my chances because we're 2,000 away from the Prince? I don't know what to do, guys. I think we're just going to try the BFB defend. I've got little hope in this working. Oh, there's no way. There's literally no way this defends. There's zero chance. First. It was actually kind of close, too. I wonder, is there a way I could cut 2k for Prince of Darkness this round? I guess in theory, if I didn't buy this village, I'm not sure if I was reliant on jungle gems to beat any of those previous rounds, though. But that's my only idea. We're going to try cutting that village. Restart once again. Okay, I've made it to round 57 with the Necromancer no village. It's actually been kind of difficult making it here. I'm doing a lot of micro with the targeting of the ghost balloons and whatnot to try to deal with these Moabs in a good manner. So you'll see that in action a little bit here. Hopefully we can take down round 57 though. All right, last Moab. We're good. The rounds where the Moabs come from the top aren't as hard typically to defend. And we are 1k away from the Prince of Darkness. Come on. Prince of Darkness has been purchased. Let's go, dude. That is awesome. Now I can finally relax a little bit, I think. Let's add the village in here, though. We can increase the range. Oh, yeah, we're good against the BFB, 100%. Now we can get jungle gems on you. I can get discounts in this village, and I think we're going to Alk buff the Prince of Darkness next. Probably keep the sniper on strong targeting, opposed to first as well, since Prince of Darkness can clean up everything else. Just a little bit of Moab class damage help with the sniper. All right, round 63. Let's see what we do here. First wave, not a problem. Second wave gets defended. What about the third and final wave? And it's gone. That wasn't too bad. Now, where do I want to place this alchemist? Does it even matter? I think we'll just get it right here. I will probably want to get more towers in this area later too, like a Moab glue would most likely be a good purchase. And I'm thinking about just buffing my Prince of Darkness even more, like getting a stronger stimulant and possibly an overclock. And that's just because the Prince of Darkness is so strong with Zealy's Pierce bonus. I think it's 50%. Increases Pierce of reanimated balloons by 50%. Now, obviously, the big weakness of the Prince of Darkness is single target damage. And that is where the Moab Hex is going to come into play to help me out a little bit. Oh, but I did forget about this. All of the custom maps, I think, are automatically classified as beginner difficulty, so your heroes level up at a very slow pace, which means there's no chance I'm going to have level 20 Zealy in time for the round 100 BAD. That was my initial planning, just to hex it. So because of that, we are going to have to spend a lot of money on round 100. And speaking about round 100, the BD is going to come from this lane, which is good for me. An easy way to track where the blimps are going to come from is this bottom lane is active on the odd number rounds, and the other one's active on the even number rounds. Either way, as far as what to add, I think I'm going to add a Moab Eliminator in this location. I know it's right next to my Stronger Stimulant, but the Stronger Stimulant should have pretty good uptime on both the Wizard and the Bomb Shooter. The Moab Eliminator is going to complement the weaknesses of the Prince of Darkness very nicely here. And after I purchase the limb, we could probably get like primary mentoring on this village, or at least primary training. Buff it a little bit more. Round 75 was easy though. How about round 76? I should be completely fine against this. We can actually just use the Heartstopper as well. Give me a little bit of insurance. This is pretty much going as I expected though. Once you get Prince of Darkness up, the rounds become very simple for a while. That's why trying to perform that 20 AK save up prior to round 60 was such a big deal for us. And honestly, I might be able to afford the Eliminator in time for round 80. By the looks of this. Actually, no, there's no chance. I'm not going to make 1.5k from that BFB. So I'm just curious at what our single target damage looks like. We're going to use an assassin ability. I doubt we can defend the CMG straight up. I'm going to have the Hex ready. Yeah, let's just use Hex. Well, I used Hex late. We would have been fine anyways, I'm pretty sure. Either way, Eliminator has been purchased. Let's go. That is a huge step in the right direction. Let's get primary training in here as well. I'm gonna hold off on primary mentoring for now. The benefits of primary mentoring is the Eliminator's gonna get a little bit more range, which doesn't really do anything in this case. I pretty much have coverage of everything I want with Eliminator, but it also gives me 15% cooldown reduction on the ability, which is helpful, of course. Wait, can this hit the blimps over the pass? It can. Oh, huh. That's interesting, because the sniper earlier could not hit the blimps while they were going in this area, but the bomb can. I'm not really sure how to explain that. It might just be because these custom maps are sometimes a little bit buggy, or there could just be a game mechanic that's at play I'm not aware about. Either way, I'm not complaining because that does help my defense at the end of the day. Allows my bomb to be more effective. And I was talking about buying an overclock beforehand. I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that though. And that's just because something I've learned about these black border runs is ideally you want to avoid using ability-based towers as much as possible. Now I am saying that while I have a Zeely and the Mobile Eliminator on the field, so I'm kind of not following my own advice, but the reason why you want to avoid it is if you mess up an ability timing, that kind of can screw you over for the next round of a black border attempt. So what else could I spend my 30k on that's not an ability tower that'll help me out significantly? And what I'm currently thinking is a slowdown, like maybe a super glue. The only issue is I'm not sure where I'd place the super glue currently because I could get it over here underneath the village, but this is kind of far away from the track. So maybe I just build a new village and get super glue on this side of the track. That could work. DTs, by the way. Oh wait, I can't use Eliminator ability against DTs either. I forgot about that because of the black balloon immunity that DDTs have. Let's get the glue gunner though. We'll have it on this end and relentless glue for now. Primary training. 25.9k for super glue. That shouldn't be too difficult to save up for. Let's keep the Eliminator on strong targeting. The really nice part about the Elim ability is it's kind of like the Mob Hex. If I kill a ZMG with it, watch the ZMG. Oh wait, it targeted the wrong ZMG. Wait a second. Okay, watch this ZMG instead, the one on the overpass. If I kill it with the ability, it insta-kills all of the BFB insides. It does layer skipping. So that obviously gives a huge benefit to your defense. You don't have to deal with as much RBE. It's super nice. Round 93, another DT round. Let's get super glue. We have the money available now. I'd imagine we're fine against this. We are. And honestly, that's alch buff my super glue as well. Can I get an alchemist in here? I should be able to. Yeah, just right about here. And I'm feeling confident. I think this setup can take it all the way, in all honesty. I don't really see any huge defensive lapses or weaknesses we've got going on at the moment. Maybe we just continue getting more support. I'm thinking about adding a balloon sabo, which is really helpful on DDT rounds, like round 95, for example. I'm not sure if I can afford this in time, though. I can get it right now. Maybe I'll get the ability off in time. Who knows? All right, there's the DTs coming out. Come on. So far, we're defending them pretty nicely. Let's sabo now, just to play it safe. I doubt that sabo was necessary, but better safe than sorry. And we defend. Round 96. Let's try to get a big hex off this round. I'm gonna save it for the ZMGs, I think. Oh, those Moabs, wait a second. Super glue on first targeting. Yeah, that's the problem. I had super glue on strong the entire time, which was making us struggle against the middle lane. Let's go hex now. Oh yeah, all the abilities are gonna prioritize this lane over the bottom one because on strong or first targeting, it's gonna hit the blimp that's closest to the exit. So these blimps are pretty much always gonna be closer to the exit. Just a good thing to keep in mind. Round 97 should not be too bad for us. Does the Elim insta-kill the ZMG insides? Oh, it doesn't if I don't pop it in time. I'm chilling against those fortified mobs though. And let's actually not use an Elim ability against the second fortified ZMG. That way I just have it available at the start of 98. What do I add for 98 though? We ideally don't want to use our sabo ability this round. I'd like to keep this for 99. I think I'll get primary mentoring on you first of all, just to buff my Eliminator a little bit more. And then maybe I just add more of the standard support upgrades. I can sneak an alchemist over here, which we can build into an unstable concoction. And then since I am a bit worried about round 100 damage, just because I've lost against it so many times, I will add a couple more mob assassins with the rest of my money. All right, Round 98. I don't want a hex yet. The hex needs to go big for us. That's the main thing we're looking for. Just a good hex timing. Remember, we don't use Sabo this round, by the way. Okay, hex now. Oh wait, I was trying to target the hex from first to strong, and it accidentally switched to the last blimp. That's a problem. That's a problem, that's a problem, that's a problem. I think I'm fine either way. Oh yeah. We're shredding round 98. Wait. No way! How does that get through of anything? I had like a bunch of ghost blimps over here and just a random ceramic got through. That's ridiculous. Oh, that sucks so badly. I thought we were completely fine. I did mess up the targeting quite a bit. But man, let me just retry this round real quick with, I don't know, some insurance upgrades in the back instead of getting extra damage, like an icicles and a juggernaut. I guess we can still go for the unstable concoction. That's crazy though. Just a random ceramic ran through and ruined my day. How does that even happen? There's no way I lose in the second attempt. I mean, just look at how much cleaner this is as well. That's absolutely ridiculous. I feel like this always happens in my black border runs. I am doing great, and then just one random balloon comes and ruins my day at the very end. Either way, round 99 doesn't look too bad. I'm just gonna play through the rest of the 2 rounds and see if we have the round 100 damage I think I have with the eliminator, or if I need to pair it with something else to take out the BD. You can see what I'm talking about though with Azealia's leveling. Azealia's just not there. Okay, we would have been completely fine against this. Alright, well, it pains me to do this, but we have to restart. Man, this sucks. Alright guys, we are finally back. Round 96, we're going to start it here and hopefully finally finish this black border run. I have basically the same setup as before, a little bit of different upgrades, but essentially the main 3 things, the Prince of Darkness, Mobile Eliminator, and Super Glue. Now here's round 96. Hopefully we can take this down without too much of a problem. It was round 98 we died to last time at the end of the day. I do have a Juggernaut in the back, which is going to help me out a little bit for that ceramic problem. But it's looking like 96 is easy. One more limb ability? Yeah, we're chilling. Round 97, actually using Hex here is probably a mistake. Oh, and I accidentally just started round 98, didn't I? Let me think about how I want to play this. What should I spend my money on is my thoughts. I think I'm going to add a snowstorm. This is partially an insurance policy for round 100, but also it's going to help me for round 98 in case I need it as like a clutch thing in the back. I'm ready to snowstorm in case things get scary. Okay, we're good, we're good. Hex on strong targeting. Yes. We're still handling. Okay. Pop the ZMGs, please, Hex. Taking it slow. Slow and steady wins the race. I think we've done it. Well, actually, it's not down yet, but the top end stuff shouldn't be a problem, I'd imagine. Yeah, we're fine here. Let's use it now. Keep super glue on strong targeting. Okay, we defend the bottom DTs. That's good. Top DTs. Hex. Snowstorm. Holy cow. Wait, that's bad that I used those abilities. That's really bad that I use those abilities. I felt like I needed to, though. I need to stall the ceramics in the back quickly to get my Hex back off cooldown. A safety play. I was trying to get a Horned Owl, but I didn't have time to get it. I think I'm screwed on round 100 now. Because we can't Hex the ZOMGs, we're not going to get Hex back in time. I think what we can try to do is add a Moab Press or 2. And then if we can pop the BAD down, we can press the insides. But I'm like out of space because I've placed so many random towers. Then we'll just add 1 more press, and on top of that I'm going to add something you probably aren't expecting, a Deadeye. The reason for this is my super glue does not have camo detection. We do have a decamo with the Prince of Darkness. We can give this a Deadeye buff to help me out. Let's see if we can defend. I mean, maybe I get Hex back. I don't think I do though. I did not think round 99 would give me a problem, to be honest. Okay, give this range. Now, we might be able to just insta-kill the DDTs as well with this. No, we didn't. Snowstorm. Sabo. Okay. Hex, please. Hex, 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 Hex. Oh, we did it. We did it. We got Hex back. Let's go. Black border has been done on the custom map. That's what you love to see, ladies and gentlemen. Why is our total damage so low? Wait a second. 1.7 million? I'm not sure why that exactly occurred. 500k on the bomb. 740,000, 400,000. I don't know. Either way, I'll take the black border chimps. That was definitely fun. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely giving this map a thumbs up if you want to try it out yourself. This is the code right here, ZFM FMWE. It's called Highland Highway. And lastly, guys, since we have finished the casual expert list, we're going to be doing medium next. And I'm just going to briefly scroll through the maps. Comment down below which of these maps you think I should play next. If your comment ends up being one of the top ones, I'll probably end up choosing that map. And lastly, I did end up submitting my runs. So you can see here, I do have the badges under the map, which I think is really cool. And lastly, I am on the leaderboard as well, currently ranked 181 with 4 points from that completion. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know if you want to see more of this in the future. And if you are interested in checking out these maps, it's going to be linked in the description down below, of course. But that's it for today. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. I'm like out. Peace.